What movie game fans? Yeah, I'm just gonna say what, guys. Easier. Yeah, I'm here to complete my review on the Resident Evil films, the Anderson ones. I'm reviewing the fifth film, Resident Evil Retribution. And this is Resident Evil, the final chapter. And yeah, each of these films aren't that great. Especially as adaptations of the Resident Evil games. Like how it's characters. Also the characters based on the games. Everyone really didn't like Alice with every entry because, to be honest, she isn't great. The character's been great because she doesn't have any flaws. We can't supervise her. She's too much of a girl boss. And she was being a girl boss back in 2002. Anyway, after this film came out, there was a bit of a hiatus for a few years. As the final chapter released in 2016. But Retribution was released a decade after the original film in 2012. What should I review after I've done the Resident Evil films? I was only do another review, but I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna do like make another review, but I don't know. It all depends how long the fourth Indiana Jones film is. They check that out, depends on the length though. If it's over 2 hours, I'm not going to do that tonight, because, you know. As today, I was planning to do a review on Dog Season 1. A week Season 1 review. I forgot, because I was distracted playing Persona 5 Defender X today, which launched today. It's a good game too. If you're a fan of Persona 5, I recommend you give it a try, but just to warn you, it's a gacha game. As in basically, you need a specific amount of currency or something, in-game currency, to unlock more characters to join your party. It's a gacha RPG. Basically, you basically have to collect other characters to help you in the battles and stuff. It's one of the most common things you see. It's really common in Japan. You see in a lot of games. But I'm kind of still in the first palace in the game. Because I had to stop due to my stupid charger. As I had to wait just level out to literally get past. It's frustrating. It's just frustrating. That part. And that is a good game. I like the character of Wanda so far, Nagisa Kamishiro. Yeah, it's Kamishiro. One of the oddest things about that game too is the pronounces kind of name in the global version. It's spelled as Kamishiro. That's not even a name. It's obviously Kamishiro. So how the fuck did that get I guess it was Persona 5. Names get, when it comes to English translation, like in Persona 5 dubs, the game's dub, they mispronounce a lot of Japanese names, like Ryuji Sakamoto, pronounced Ryuji Sakamoto, and Takamaki pronounced on Takamaki, Yusuke Kitagawa to Yusuke Kitagawa. Yeah. And Makoto can be pronounced as Makoto sometimes, but it's Makoto Nijima. Utaba and Haru still had an explain, and Akachi. It's like some of the characters like Ryuji and Makoto and Yusuke Steve are not pronounced correct. I don't know how they fucked that up. They really had chances to fix that up in other dubs. Anyway. I'm gonna let's get into this fifth film, of these Anderson films. I don't want to make a correction I made mistake I made. So I said Anderson was married to Mila Jovovich, which is true, except for the first three films. They were the couple. They did get they got married. Yeah, mostly around the time. Mostly after the third movie. Basically, they got married in 2007 after the third movie. So I don't know why Alice is so focused on this Alice character. And the other case is just the other character, the Jane characters, be treated with disrespect. Like the whole Chris cast they've had. Wentworth Miller is a good actor. I like his performances like a snot in the flash. But that's just it. He does not look super like Chris Redfield. Chris, a muscular Chris. Like, he's a cop. Whereas a hero. Don't know what I'm banging his men. Wentworth Miller doesn't really play that type of character. But they lock him up. But Chris Redfield should be well known. Because he's one of the stars. It's just disrespectful. Chris doesn't even make a reappearance to the franchise after this in these movies. Yeah. It's just especially when you have some other characters like that. I'll get to it. It's just getting to this crappy movie and be done with it. So the movie opens up, interesting enough, with a reverse shot as we start by seeing Alice in the water, as we slowly reverse to see the battle that was unfolding. But we get one of Alice's usual narrations. My name is Alice. That type of shit. She recounts a lot of the events that happened in the previous few movies. At least the more supported details. But you know, Red Queen is different. Yeah, this is what's actually brought up, kind of, since 2002. Because she got a bit of a mention in the previous movie with the White Queen. Oh, protocol my ass. So obviously we cast the Red Queen. She's in this movie. And she's being recast. Which makes sense. So she's supposed to be like a hologram and stuff. Well, artificial intelligence and stuff. It kind of makes sense the character to be recast. To the actress who would play her. Age it up. To the actress is aging up. It's mostly the reason they changed the design of Red Queen because of the new actress. They decided to edit the scene for the first movie that clip appears in this movie to be more accurate. But really, there could be an excuse for that, like saying that she was damaged during the events of the first movie. So I will slowly be repaired. But it could replicate her properly, or fall properly, so she has a different appearance. That could be whisked away pretty easily than just adding that, than just changing that one scene. I think that'd just be more easier to get a bit of a word in that just say the reason why that character looks different. I mean, okay. 5 years after the previous movie, it took. In 2000, this came on 2012, my film came on 2016. And just enough, when the other films' international releases were happening, Resident Evil 7 launched in January of 2017. Yeah, it's really interesting. I'll get more about that when we review the movie. And after this narration, yeah, I can remember that Jill's being controlled and stuff. Not really that important though. I mean, she appears in the antagonist movie. But why should we care? Like, Jill's only one from one movie. She really didn't have much. She didn't really get any time to shine. She didn't have much character. She just took a backseat to Alice. So here's the button. Why the fuck should we care about this character? Now, if you're already a fan of Joe Valentine, but you probably want to, why the fuck should I care about this version? Because think about it, we had a total of 2 games to get to know her before Resident Evil 5. Like, we had 2 games just to get to know her. And she was playable in both. A protagonist. We understood her character. We cared about her. We understood her relationship between Chris. Hence why it worked, why we cared in RE5. That she was mind controlled. We assumed like Chris, she was dead. Both we, the audience, and Chris thought she was dead. But she wasn't in that story. You know the point? Even worse, it's never explained when, like, what happened to her prior to this. It's never explained. That pisses me off. And what's worse, after this crappy narration, we cut back to the battle and play in regular motion and see how it fully handed out. Rounds getting blasted into the ocean. After that, we cut to Alice waking up in bed with her husband. I forgot his name. I don't know. He's basically the trailer from the first movie she was supposed to be married to. And he have a daughter named Becky who's deaf. It's like a happy family. But that happens gets interrupted when the zombies break in, killing Becky's dad, because I can't remember his name. He wasn't asked to take Becky and hide. I was Becky to hide while as a zombie trying to take down one, but is ambushed by another. Bait for now is unknown. Then we cut back to Alice again. We're going to have an umbrella facility, being tortured by Jill, questioning who she worked for and stuff. What the fuck? Why the fuck does she care who she works for? They know she doesn't work for anyone. They should know that. Okay, that's one of the baddest decisions ever. Also, I didn't see earlier, they had a friend, neighbor was actually Rain. Yeah, the actress who played Rain is back. A decade later. Yeah, again, we last saw the character of Rain a decade prior in 2002. And she died. She was turned into a zombie and then she died. Along with the rest of the team, they died in that movie, leaving only 2 characters alive. And the other survivor got killed off in the next movie. You have a point? Anyway, something happens so as the system suddenly get hacked and temporarily goes offline. Alice escapes again in new outfits. Yeah, she's been wearing a lot of black in the second trilogy. Yeah, you know, you kind of split these off into trilogies. The 2000s trilogies and the 2010s trilogies. Yeah, 3 distinct eras. The first trilogy, first 3, which is the 2000s trilogy from 2002 to 2007. The other trilogy from 2010 to 2016. So basically, even refined because of the character of Alice's hair. In the first 3 movies, she had light brown hair, but suddenly it became dark brown in the 4th movie, without any explanation. And what's weird, the Alice we saw earlier had light brown hair. So I don't understand the change. There's not even any explanation of why they changed the color. Like, there was never any explanation. Like, if Mila Jovovich changed her hair color, that's fine, but she could have just went away to give her consistency. Since, oh no, the other Alice earlier had fucking light brown hair. It just doesn't make any sense. Right. Hey, Alice is escaping. Her assistants come back online. Oh, after her. She ends up in Shibuya. As we see the incident from the start where we saw the Japanese the infection in Japan we saw in the previous movie. So Ask is been up those zombies that chase after she killed her herself. Actually, goes into control center. And against the weapon, she ends up running to a woman she's familiar with, at least in name. Her name is Ada One. And she works with Umbrella. Used to, actually. And she's working under Wesker. Yes, Wesker's the reason she's free. And it's not entirely inaccurate, because she did work with Wesker in RE4. So it's not totally out left field, but the outfits obviously took influence from Resident Evil 2. And the stuff of what she wore from Resident Evil 2. I think she reused that outfit in Resident Evil 4, but the remake changed her outfit. I don't know why they decided to change her outfit in the remake. And get off topic. You have a point. It's a lot off. Actually, I noticed it. Usually the male characters get good treatment. They cast them with Chris. Now all the women are more balanced than the men. So yeah. Explain the whole thing I saw is actually a recreation. All those zombies in there, everyone in there are clones. Clone technology. Basically, what Umbrella's experimenting to use them for testing and stuff. It's dangerous. So yeah, Alex has no choice but to work with Ada. And 4 other men who are part of his team. With a familiar face, Luther West, as we know, survived in the last film, Alice finding out he survived. And, well, 2 unimportant characters, and 2 familiar game characters. Barry Burton from Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil Revelations 2. And Leon S. Kennedy from Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 and 6. But Leon hasn't been seen in the main series, since RE6. Yeah, think about that. Leon Kennedy has not been seen since RE6. That's in the 2000s. Yes, we've seen him in RE2 remake, RE4 remake, but it's been. Those are remakes. I'm talking about main series, and the movies don't count. Yes, they're kind of canon, but I talk about the games. And I want the games. He hasn't been seen in mainline games since Resident Evil 6. And we got Resident Evil 9 coming out early next year. But it's most likely it's rumored he might be appearing in the game. We don't know about that. We'll probably get a gameplay trailer or 2 today, at this live stream. I'll be able to check it out when I get home, hopefully. Anyway, I was like, Barry and Leon's outfits actually are really good recreations from their outfits. Now the outfit Leon's wearing is from Resident Evil 4, which kind of makes sense. He's not a cop in this. Wasn't a cop in this one. Amazing, but I gotta give it to the costume team. They managed to recreate a lot of the iconic. Managed to recreate not only Jill's outfit from Resident Evil 3. I can't say about the bodysuit and stuff. But he also recreated Barry Burton's red outfit, really, and Leon's outfit from Resident Evil 4. I'm just a shame these people are wasted on this movie. And oh boy, I definitely can't wait to talk about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City, because, oof, that one's going to be some interesting explanations. You're going to hear me ranting a lot about that, but I'll also give some detail why the film ended up the way it is. That'll be releasing sometime in October, hopefully. Hopefully, I got plenty of time, but still. I just hope. Yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, so a two sides made their way across. Eventually, so along the way, two members of the group are killed who are important. I mean, well, Az and Ada end up going another simulation, a recreation of the wealthy part of Raccoon City. Interesting to be using the lost sets here. So this is all recreations and stuff. That's why we see different countries. It's just interesting to me to hear that. Anyway. She was, as was able to send someone in the window behind Ada. So they go ask her house, as discovers her clone dead. They not only cloned zombies, but cloned other people on the database. And also, which actually makes a lot of sense when you think about it. The ones that were cloned actually worked under Umbrella. Because Alice was a member of Umbrella. So it makes sense to use her and some of the soldiers from the first movie who worked under Umbrella. That actually makes sense when you think about it. They have the DNA on files. Anyway. Airspace that, of course, they clone. Then probably multiple versions of her living different lies about these simulations. Anyway, that's basically Alice ends up meeting her counterpart's daughter, Becky, who's a clone, I guess. I don't know. It's never. Is she like a clone of a daughter? So what? A boy's daughter or something? That's not exactly explained because she's a character we just met in this film. Anyway, she thinks Alice is her mother, which kind of, I mean, yeah, so I understand about because clothes and stuff. So Alice makes a mission to protect her. Ada's kind of against it, but and ambushed by some soldiers led by a clone of Rain. Yeah. Lead to a shootout. Ada distracted her while Alice escapes with Becky. And so Ada seemingly killed in the explosion. In the hospital as Alice has committed the neighbor rain. She's still confused what's going on. And well, Alice teaches her how to use Bago, and Kurt says, "Congratulations, you're officially a badass." Hey, Oz goes off for a bit to go to help Leon's group. Oswald together escapes and hell zombies. And Leon's with Ada, obviously, this one. As Anna says that she's probably dead. But Leon questions if she saw a body, which she didn't. He says she probably got out of it, it's Ada. Yeah, that doesn't feel odd, because we just met these versions of Leon and Ada. So how the fuck should we know? Why the fuck should we care? Again, we cared in the games because we actually got to know them. We're gonna see that dynamic form as Leon ends up teaming up with Ada in Resident Evil 2, which was under a false alias to steal something. And she does care about Leon. Again, it makes it dynamic great because we're familiar with them. Also, Leo's characterization in this movie isn't great. Skimming. You know, I want the tunnel. Oh. Okay, right. The hell's here. I thought Becky's taken by a creature. Causing neighboring to get killed. Yeah, but the pressure flung her towards her. Another pressure that hit the slab and stuff. Also did a lot of damage to her, obviously stabbing her back, killing her instantly. Because of a direct hit with the head. And it was with a big force, it was snapped. As to go, that's what Leo stops on saying, it's better to die for nothing than waste their lives to this. Which is out of character for Leon. Because if you know the games, he would have risked everything to save that girl. That's who he is. Leon Kennedy, a great guy, a badass. This is just not Leon. Might be, I don't know, this might have fit Chris. That's sort of more his style. I'm just saying, this film's casting isn't that great. Because they're lost when it comes to them. So, yeah. Anne goes up in the rescue. Oriana's held on a fort. Anne tries to rescue Becky at this little trial. Yeah. Our trio at the very north, where Barry getting hurt, and decided to stay behind and sacrifice himself while Leon and Luke will go and help Alice. And Becky ends up discovering that the whole clone thing. Alice promised to protect her. Anyway, team unite and eventually escape all that into the Arctic portion. And that's when I ambushed by Jill and Chloe and Evil Rain with Ava captive. And Evil Rain injects herself with a formula of increasing strength, leaving two separate fights. So Alice takes on Jill, Leon and Luthor take on Rain. Alice managed to beat Jill by ripping off that spider thing off her chest. But Luthor ends up getting killed. With Rain's strength, it obviously damaged his heart, killing him instantly. Alice struggles, but low hope with free Jill, defeats the evil Rain by shooting through the ice, making her fall, and taken by zombies that are under there. And it's over as they all leave and head off to meet Wesker at the White House. Once guys are giving us their powers back to basically get this war, as we get one of the most infamous endings in all of in all these Anderson films. As we see a bell going on at the White House, ending the movie. When I say it's infamous, if you, well, I'm not gonna explain it here, but if you know, you know. But I will explain it at this with my next review, in my review on the final movie. So, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please thumbs up. I want to see more. Subscribe to the channel, look to know what we're going to, and I'll see you guys later for the final chapter. Shinigami Films out.